Was not prepared. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, starting Nier Automata again. Why? Because Jess, her eye hurts an awful lot. She cannot play. She cannot do much right now. We always haruka when I'm alone, so that's who I secretly am. Who I will be in my next life, hopefully. Normal, because why not? Always normal. That's what it's balanced for. Yeah, Jess's eye's hurting. She can't do much with it, especially on games. And I wanted to start streaming again ASAP. So here we are. Yeah, balance. I always leave them balanced. I don't think it makes much of a difference. Well, you know what? I don't remember which of these I used to have, so we're going to leave them as they are. And jump right into it. Yeah, we did, as some of you may know, a Let's Play on YouTube of this game on PC version. Morbid. True. It's kind of. Maybe. Could be.
I often think about the God who blessed us with this perfect puzzle. And wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Fucking love it, man. Ah! It's so good. Yeah, we started a Let's Play of this on the channel, but it kind of faded off. A couple of reasons for that. Main one being our mother became very, very ill, to the point where she actually passed away. And it became harder and harder to focus on YouTube. That's why we had about a month, 2-month hiatus from streaming and very little to no YouTube at all. And we're now kind of rebuilding from where we were. But it's hard to get back into it once you've been in that routine. We also had problems with the PC. We lost all of our save data on it, so we would have to do the game again from scratch. Jess couldn't get back into it. I love this game. Look at it. But I don't want to have a Let's Play on our channel that wasn't finished. So I'm going to be streaming the entire game, probably not in one night, I dare say, but over the next few weeks and months, whenever I feel like streaming, I'm probably going to go for Nier Automata. There's a couple of other stuff. I'll probably do some Otaku streams as well. Dodge. I especially didn't want to, like, there are going to be playthroughs that we don't finish. Dark Souls was one, Daughters of Ash, because it wasn't nearly as interesting as we thought it would be. But I love Dark Souls, by the way. I will never have bad words said about Dark Souls 1, anyway. I will say plenty of bad words myself about the other Dark Souls, but Dark Souls 1 is good. This I will not allow to be a game that we did not finish on the channel. This game I love too much to let it go. The reasons will probably become apparent as we play. If you haven't played this before, what are you doing with your life? Do you even play video games? If you haven't played this? Well, this is the best game ever made. I'm going to say that right now, and many people will obviously question me on that, but you're all wrong. This is the best game ever made. It's a combination between one of the best writers who have ever been in video games, Yoko Taro, and the best gameplay makers in video games, that being Yoko Taro and Platinum. It's Japanese as fuck, to the point where you're starting out as an android anime girl in a mech, which obviously is a part of why I love it so much, but I think the story has so much more depth and meaning than almost anything I've ever played. The gameplay is platinum. That's all that needs to be said about that. The kind of revolutionary game, I don't know, genre switches almost, like this, going from, like, even in the start we've had twin stick shooter, we've had 2D platformer, which is kind of this. We've got RPG, we've got character action, we've got puzzle game. It's everything. And it just switches between them seamlessly mid-mission. Sometimes mid-fight. Right, there we go. No, it's twin stick. It's bullet hell as well, obviously. Yeah. That was a little unfair, camera moving. But it's okay because it's not that punishing. It doesn't punish you for its bad design, which is one of the big things that separates it from its predecessors in the Drakengard series, which severely punish you for their own bad design decisions. That boss fight at the end of Drakengard 3 is ridiculous. Look it up if you haven't seen it. I remember seeing all this shit when it was announced. It was announced at the same E3 as was Nier, and they came out about the same time as well. Everyone was hyped for Nier because it was at the time it was 10 years in the making. It was the Dark Souls that was going to just beat Dark Souls. And then this obscure sequel to an obscure spin-off of an already very obscure JRPG blew everyone's mind, at least mine. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I still can't believe what I'm looking at now, having beaten it 3 times since it came out. This game is unbelievable. Nier, in fact, when Nier came out, as I said, about the same time, this came out about a month, maybe nearly 2 months before Nier did. Nier was like the game I was looking forward to more than anything else. I played this almost to completion. Maybe actually more like halfway through. Nier came out, I played Nier for about literally an hour. Took the disc out, played this, nothing stopped for another month. I never beat Nier because this game was out at the same time. Which, if you've seen anything on the channel, you'll know how much I love a Souls clone, but this is beyond. I'm not close enough, am I? I was. Excellent. Look at this giant robot. I'm an anime girl killing giant robots. What do you want from me? Shit, got me. It's got everything. It's an RPG, like I said, but it has levels, as we saw. I leveled up while I was flying it, but it has mostly the upgrade system is to do with like chips, because you're an android, as you can see there, 2B. You've all seen her in the fan art and the porn. And there's 9S, who also often features in that particular artwork. And you fit chips in yourself with bonuses and abilities. We'll get to that when we get there. Nah, it's too small.
Just another defense system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around.
Look how she walks.
I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Look how it looks. Now, since this has come out, obviously we've had other Platinum games, Astral Chain being the most recent one, that a lot of people are saying like that's the best thing Platinum ever made, which is, you know, you can see where it's coming from. Astral Chain's amazing. I don't think I'll ever get over this. I don't think I'll ever play a game I like more than this one. It's beautiful. The music in it makes me cry. I'm not too big of a man to admit that. I'll cry at this music. The theme tune is called "Weight of the World" by Keiichi Okabe, It's the most emotional thing. In fact, you might actually be the first person in quite some time to see me cry when we get to the credits of this game, if I get to the credits of this game. In fact, you know what? I won't let it be a game that we abandoned. I will commit harakiri on screen if I fail to finish this game twice on this channel. Even if we get banned off everything, I'm just going to make a bunch of false accounts and just keep making the next parts. I'm not going to let myself not finish this. There's no reason not to. It's an amazing game. I love playing it. Sorry if this is just a big me telling you over and over again how much I love it, but that's what this series is likely to be. Look how cool they are. Look how cool she is. You can see I'm collecting money in the bottom right. G is the currency in this, which stems back to Drakengard, which I should explain the origins of the game, I suppose, since we're in the demo, as it is, the demo that's still available on PlayStation Store if anyone hasn't tried it. And now look, I've got 2.5D platformer, and now I'm back to 3D. Why? A staircase. You know why? Because for the demo and for the trailer, and they worked. Yeah, the origins of this game. See, way back when, early 2000s, Yoko Taro released not him himself, obviously, he was the lead on it, but I think it was Square Enix, released Drakengard 1, which was kind of what you'd expect, very typical JRPG, but with the Yoko Taro twist. Kind of the darkness, not darkness, it's like somberness, I guess. And it did alright, not great. It wasn't massively popular, nor was it unpopular. It gained a bit of a cult following. After that came Drakengard 2, which was the sequel. It, very similarly, that cult following loved it, very few else even knew it existed. Drakengard 3 sold quite a bit better, because that was a prequel to the first two, and featured a character called Zero, who was a goddess of sorts, on a quest to murder her 5 sisters, who were also goddesses. It has a very Yoko Taro story. I'm using Yoko Taro as a verb, yes, and a noun, and an adjective, because he is all of those things, and so much more. As in, you can Yoko Taro that Yoko Taro shit Yoko Taringly. More so than anybody else, he has a very, very recognisable flavour to what he creates. It's a flavour I can't get enough of. But yeah, Drakengard 3 was pretty good. It was a prequel. It featured... it was almost kind of a parody. All the Drakengards were of that kind of chosen hero saving the world type typical JRPG setting. Not quite a parody, it was just playing with ideas that others really hadn't. Drakengard 1 also had multiple endings, as all these games do. One of which was a joke ending designed to parody Evangelion, which many of you have seen quite unhappily, has come to Netflix recently, in which, as the hero is fighting the monsters and things at the end of the game, a bunch of robots fly in and just start shooting shit up. That ending was meant to be, as I said, a throwaway joke that meant nothing. But genius that he is, Yoko Taro thought, no, we can do something with this. And what he did with it was create Nier, which was a kind of pseudo-sequel to that one joke ending of Drakengard 1. Nier mixed magic with technology. It's the most weird game you'll ever play, if you do. There was talk of it coming to PS4 as well. They said in an interview, Yoko Taro, I think himself, said that they would consider bringing Nier 1 to PS4 if Nier Automata sold like hotcakes, was the word he used. Which it did, so fingers crossed. But it's the most weird and obscure thing with a bunch of mechanics that really, they're hard to get a grip on. The combat's nowhere near as good as this, because it's not going to be. It's not a Platinum game, it's still Square, I think, first party. But, and again, it was exactly what you'd expect from an obscure spin-off to an already obscure JRPG. But then a little while later, and also, by the way, it was set 1,000 years after the joke ending of Dragon Guard 1. For some reason, when Platinum was starting to go broke, Yoko Taro was given the task of working with them on a project he supposedly was very interested in, which was a sequel to Nier, which became Nier Automata. The weird thing is that when this was announced, 2B was presumed to be the protagonist of the first game's daughter, because the plot of the first game essentially involves him looking for his daughter. This is in fact spent 10,000 years after Nier, when that robot versus human battle has long finished and the robots were successful and the androids are now fighting them to try to regain the planet from them. We'll get more into the plot as the plot develops in this playthrough, but that's the kind of background you need. There's also a huge amount that's borrowed in this from those previous games. I said borrowed, it's a direct sequel, so it's not really borrowing it, it's just continuing it. Including things like recorders and things like that, who, not the instrument, people who like follow and watch the progress of the world for various reasons. There's a pair of redhead twins girls who I'm surprised there isn't more fan art of than there is, because they're really cool. And they're from one of the Dragon Guard games. No, they're from Nier. The Watcher people, the Observers, are from Dragon Guard. But strangely, even though it's a direct sequel, you don't need to know anything of the previous games to understand this.
You know, man, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Oh, that's nice. And look, best part, look up a skirt. Oh, you want.
It's kind of fun.
Emotions are hidden.
Sure, man.
And another thing, stop calling me name.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
Alright then. 2 minutes.
And you get in your little anime buddies conversation all the time. It's good. It's so good. Give me that. There's a chance I may die in this. I shouldn't, because it's only on normal, and I've played it a bunch of times. So there shouldn't be any surprises, but if I die, I apologise. At one point I'll probably die, in fact there are some points where I have to die, because as I mentioned, all the games in the Dragon Guard saga have multiple endings, some of which are optional, hidden endings. This has 26 endings, most of which are joke endings. There are 5 non-endings, 1 true ending, and then a bunch of joke endings. That midpoint between when you're in 2D and when you're in 3D is kind of annoying to have to fight in. I forget how you use health items and things in this actually. Let me see if I can remember. Must be in here, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it must be in here. Let's use a medium recovery item. Oh, can't access that. That shows you how much more of the game there is to play, that there are items at the beginning you cannot access, and will never be able to access in this story. Victory!
This place sure is big.
I
So you'll see we've got two main characters, being 2B and 9S, which are the model types for the robots they are.
So if we don't destroy it, they'll just keep coming.
So the robots are making more robots using factories built by humans. It's disgusting. A lot of people like to advocate for games as art, as being a sort of art form. I don't think that generally applies. To be honest, I don't think calling... The problem with that kind of analysis is that people always think calling it art somehow makes it, like, highbrow. I think that the analysis, the combination of the two, you hear a lot. I don't think games are that. I don't think video games are an art form any more than like a sport is an art form. When you watch like Barcelona Football Club or old Harlem Globetrotters footage, that is art as much as these are art, if either can be called that. But I don't think it's really helpful to describe either of them in that way. But this game is probably as close as it gets, in the sense that it's philosophical in a not patronising or sarcastic way. It does really touch on a lot of quite interesting and pertinent issues about mortality, about humanity, about afterlife, and how we should live our current life, more to the point. It has issues, it has conversations about, what's the word I'm looking for? Chat. Nobody. There's nobody there. Nobody answers me. It has issues about, I guess, identity, society, religion is a big one that takes place in this. And you genuinely do learn a lot. It's one of the few games that you can say at the end of it, I don't know what to feel. That's always the mark of a good political piece. That you go in certain that you thought something and come out with no idea what to think anymore. The kind of thing that you come out of thinking what you already thought, you've learned nothing. It hasn't actually taught you or made you think about anything at all. Nier Automata, it does. It really does make you think. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. But best of all, it's really fun. People who aren't sure that beam is like a super you get. There's a bunch of different ones that you can unlock as you go through the game that are linked to your pod. Pod is kind of a sidekick type character. There's a bunch of materials there I didn't pick up. I didn't even see them. Pod is kind of a side character. It's obviously he's a useful thing. He's a joke character for a lot of it. He has probably the most moving line I've ever heard in a video game, and it's just 4 words. And I'm not going to talk about what's to come because I'll spoil it, either for myself or for you, by building it up for more than it's going to sound at the time. It's there because you're not expecting it, is why it's special. But he's not really a character, but he becomes a character. I say he and she because they have male and female voices. Which is another thing it kind of touches on, but never in any real detail, which is gender. And relationships. Oh no, what will I ever do?
I know.
Now, all character action games, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, whatever it'll be, have a bonus for when you get a perfect dodge. Obviously, a bonus for a dodge is you don't get hit. It's the point of the dodge. The bonus is if you time it perfectly, which is right before it hits, you get some kind of additional benefit. In Bayonetta, it's a time slowdown, or a time stop. A time slowdown to the point that it may as well be stopped. In Devil May Cry, depending on the version, in DMC Devil May Cry, it's either a speed boost or a damage boost. Or both, I think, in the patched version. In original Devil May Cry, it's not much, to be honest. You don't get a lot. In... what's the other one that I'm thinking of? Is it Astral Chain? The dodge? You get something else for one in Astral Chain as well. In Nier Automata, though, it is a launcher. It's your only real launcher. You dodge perfectly, you attack. She throws them in the air and you get to combo them in the air. I like it. I like the dodge in this game especially because it's huge and it's free. Look at it. There's no stamina, I can just dodge as much as I like. I'm not completely invulnerable during it, but I move so fast that if you get hit while you're dodging, you don't know how to dodge. Music stopped. Oh,
you
look.
mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
I like this. They even have a proper world building stuff in it, which you don't get particularly well outside of like epic RPGs and MMOs. Obviously World of Warcraft and shit like that have to do world building because it is a different world that you're being asked to explore. Not many games do it that well. Nier Automata actually does lots of little touches like that. Visual design, obviously it fudges distances, presumably, because you have like a huge forest growing next to a city, growing next to a desert, growing next to an ocean. But it's good. It's not a very big map, but it feels varied and vibrant. And different enemy types in each one, which helps. Even if they are mostly just remixes of the same 3 or 4.
There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out?
This very Metal Gear like plants. I like, not plants as in plants, plants as in like a weapon building plant. But of course we all know what this kind of thing is. It's a boss arena. Look at it! Tell me this isn't the best thing ever. Damn it, should have gotten in. Oh shit. Yep, dodged it. You could dodge multiple times too. I guess so. Just keep dodging, they can't hit you. Can't damage them. How odd. Oh, it's a cutscene. That's actually quite difficult the first time when you don't know how they're going to move. I wish there were more games like this that do it, but do it properly. So obviously this is a set-piece battle. I wish there were more that did huge, gigantic enemies in proper battles. Devil May Cry kinda almost does, but not quite. Apparently Extinction, that was going to be their like big selling point, but I never played that. Apparently it wasn't very good in the end. So here we are, the real boss. Pod? You wanna shoot? Alright, let's go. Best thing about the dodges in this? I can dodge out of anything, including and especially my own attacks. It's quite stuff. No, you do slightly more damage if you hit his face, I think. Holy shit. Bullet hell. Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. It's something I find very important in a character action game, is you have to feel powerful. And in this game you do. There are some games that difficulty is based on you feeling weak and kind of immobile, Dark Souls being the obvious. This does the complete opposite. This just gives you a bunch of enemies hitting you from all angles and gives you more than enough ability to kill and avoid all of them. Oh, we switching? Nope. We're just fighting together. Missiles. Oh, he's diving. That means one thing. I love the way the pod talks as well, with like matter of fact. Yeah, oh, that's another thing it talks about. Consciousness is the big one in this game. That's its philosophical kind of go-to. Consciousness and conscience, if you will. Run 2B. Thought I was safe there. Wasn't quite far enough. But I made it. Look how cool this thing is. It's like Transformers if it was good. Doesn't even have a health bar anymore, does it? Ah, yeah, the hacking. That'll come back eventually. Boom. Got him. Not quite. Oh no, not this. He's down. Gotta get up there. No, we all know what a black box is. Look at his skirt go. I'm probably going to repeat. If you've watched any of the LP, I apologise for this early bit at least, what you'll already have seen on the channel. And just know that I will repeat myself quite a bit from what I said on there. But there was the famous story that Yoko told about this, about why he designed a character like this. Or why they decided the character like this, shall I say. In which he'd said that he tried to imagine what people 10,000 years ago would have thought if they tried to design our fashion and our characters now. And concluded immediately that it was impossible. The world is way too different to what it is then, that you could never get it right. You can never get it close to right. So he thought he would go for something completely out of the ordinary, something completely unexpected, because whatever it is, we won't have expected it. And then added as an addendum at the end, but in reality, I just like cute girls. I'm sure a feeling many of us can relate to. It's one of my favourite things about Japanese games, sexy isn't scary in Japan. Like, you can... Just because you're doing something because it looks good and you like looking at it, that's not a bad thing. Sometimes you can design things because they look nice.
Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccine. Then access the... Shut up! Just do what I say!
Just go.
You shut up too.
There's also a famous story about the actress who voiced her in this game. Taking a plane flight, being moved from her seat because she got bumped from like coach to first class, and they deliberately gave her the seat 2B. I assume deliberately. No, she said it thought it was funny. Just got some Pepsi Max, a bag of Haribo. You don't know what they are, they're like jelly sweets. I don't know if they have them in America. Jelly candy, sorry. They're okay. Now we're taking it over. Oh, he's got... I genuinely didn't know he had that attack. Dodging missiles. Damn it. I was waiting for the opportune moment. It didn't happen. That beam comes out instantly, but it doesn't move. Oh, it punched me back. Going from behind you. I don't even know what you call this. Ah! I got shot. Took his arm. Took his arm. I'm gonna hit him with it. Sit down. So cool. I wish they'd remake Dragon Guard Zero. I wish Platinum would remake it, not remaster it, remake it the way that they've made this. Because I actually really, really, really like Dragon Guard 3. Zero is one of my favourite characters in anything, and there's so much creepy sexual shit that you don't get in this.
Contact command. Request assistance.
It doesn't look like it's going to be necessary.
There's lots of them.
Oh, great.
If we still had our mech, we could do it. Our Gundam. But we don't. Guess it's all over.
This is going to end well.
I mentioned the black box a minute ago. We all know a black box in real life is the indestructible box that planes have that help them locate them at the end after a massive plane crash where everything else is gone. In this, the black box is similar but has a slightly different function.
Destruction of enemy hostiles. The black box reached. It was an artifact here. Truly.
And it's not clear what the black boxes are or where they came from. But you can use them as a kind of mini nuke in an emergency. What I was going to say before is it'll be necessary for me to kill myself at least a couple of times in this, because a couple of the secret 26 endings rely on you killing yourself in weird and obscure ways. Oh, but look, she's back. Where is she? Seems to be in space. I'm going to try not to do that. I do it a lot where I'm asking rhetorical questions that we both know the answer to. Not that way. It's my room. Let me in. Let me save. They're save points, just so you know. Get out of the way. Nines.
So, mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
Nice.
Yeah?
Thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
Oh, so that's how she did it.
I did that.
But of course he didn't get his data.
I remember. There wasn't a lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvous.
So here's a little bit about relationships, consciousness. What's it like remembering something that the person you did it with doesn't? And vice versa.
Glory to mankind.
I need the jumper with that on. Oh, that's how it feels to not remember. Or to have them not remember. Yes, I'd like to connect to the network. Another really cool thing, like body reconnection, like what's the word? Recollection. When you die, your body and the chips that you were carrying are left where you died, and you've got time to go and get them. But other people who have died, their bodies also stay on the map. You can pick them up and temporarily use boosts that their chips give, which is really cool. Also, you set a kind of little haiku thing that leaves a message that people read when they pick up your body, which is good. So here's some black background for you.
Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale assaults on the enemy, still not to repel the invaders. That is why your forces exist. To break this stalemate once and for all. You are our ultimate weapon. You must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
So there's your history lesson. Aliens invaded, sent the robots down, robots wiped us out, humans fled to the moon. We're now sending androids from an organisation called Yora floating around the Earth to reclaim it. This is really cool. There we go. I have to manually do that. Looks okay. You might wonder why you can't hear him.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Alright, are we good now?
I'm fine, 9S. There's something calming about your voice.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, that takes care of the sentence. Hold on. Your self-destruct permission is missing.
My self-destruct permissions?
We need to restore those. I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know?
Yeah. Red tape.
If things go wrong during an out, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out.
I'm not entirely sure what that's for. But I'm happy with things as they are.
Morning.
The boots are cool. I like the boots.
9S.
The commanders put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am.
There's going to be a lot of story here.
Performing regular checks on you from now on.
Oh. How
I
nice.
see.
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know.
Bit
I
arrogant.
suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
There you go.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Because he doesn't remember.
There's no need to be so formal.
Alright, if you say so. Oh, I almost forgot.
It's so good that they do that as like a little throwaway thing where they're getting like a bonding thing going on the planet. And then it resets when the actual game starts because he doesn't remember. We've got 11,000. What do we want? We want the EXP gauge, don't we? Do we? I don't like sound waves. And get EXP. And then I can go into here. I'm going to skills. And I'm going to plug-in chips. So type A. All these chips make up this bar that we've got. You can see the little number next to them represents their size, so a 3 is bigger than a 1, you can see. Fit as many of these on, these will count to skills, abilities, buffs, what have you. Sorry, just eating my Haribo. And that's the special that you get from your pod. At the minute I've only got the Gatling gun with the laser special. So we'll stick with that. And now you'll see up in the top left I have an EXP gauge that tells me how much experience I need and have.
You need to be near an access point to save your data. You can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save all.
I'm gonna... So that's me saving. Message intended for the verification of your mail account. If you encounter problems, contact supervisor. Yeah. I'm going to credit Dark Souls with it, but I like that in-game mechanics are being acknowledged and incorporated in newer and interesting ways in video games now. Dark Souls, like death and coming back. Obviously all games, or most games that have combat, you can die, and then when you die, you load up, come back, do it again. Dark Souls is the first one I can think of. There's probably quite a few beforehand, but Dark Souls is the one I can think of. Or Demon Souls. Where death in the game is a canonical thing that actually happened, and your character actually did resurrect and come back to life. In this, it does it in a slightly different way. In that, obviously, you're an undead, so you're returning to life every time you die. In this, it's whenever you save, your consciousness is uploaded to the server and then downloaded to another 2B model when you come back. So you are still canonically dying and coming back, and you only get what you back up. Save. $3,000 in that box, just left lying around. Man, these operators are so fussy. Wish to just get me the data I need and let me do my thing. Include your mission summary. So the detailed breakdown thing to remember is operators try hard to explain everything, but I'm still so confused. Just hope I don't get in anyone's way. Yeah. That's the worst thing about when you're starting a new job or doing something. You feel like you're holding everyone else back. Also, you get items like that large look that will just make you gain things at an increased rate temporarily.
Yes, Commander. You detonated your boxes in order to defeat the enemy. But resist.
Also, the commander.
Understood.
I know you're fresh
You
out
can
of
just about see from that angle.
I need you to head to the
She's sexy as balls.
Doesn't your have a dedicated resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them,
Ooh,
so we'll need to look into that as well. Understood.
we're heading down to Earth, guys. Why are you still here? Let's go.
The surface? That means we'll be getting flight units, huh?
Yeah.
Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet.
Yeah. So that's why we can't use them.
Feel free to swing by whenever you want. Not that there's much to do here.
No. It's just a room. Just looking around here, not much to see. Even you recovering items? Everyone in the R&D team is really proud of them. You can buy them from terminals. Give them a try. I would be really proud of them. If someone actually invents a health item, it will be super useful. Large G look. So that increases how much money you get with each fight. Can't open that yet. But there is a shop. Need maintenance, you come to the right person. So unless you can upgrade your pod, you can increase that as long as you have the materials. I don't obviously have any materials right now. And these are all the different moves and stuff you can get, some of which are good. And those are extra chips that increase your storage of chips, which are the best things to get. So I'm going to get one of them. You can fuse things, like multiple different ones of these when you get them. Actually, you know what? I never use those, so I'll probably just sell them whenever I get them. My fills are first class, even for a scanner. You can count on me. Thanks, man. So then you'll see under plug-in chips, I have a longer line of things that I can use. If I wanted to put more in, I could. No, I'm not going to do it right now, but there is a way to get a secret ending off of this. In fact, I'll see if it'll let me do it now. I'll check for stuff. Hello. I was just talking about plants and animals I saw on Earth. Operators are kind of nuts for data collection, you know. Makes me jealous of the combat troops. Love to go down there. Love if I could, but you know, don't make the rules. Some of the relationships between the robots in this is really good as well. There's a particular like side quest you can do.
Let's go.
I know. I'm doing stuff. Just quick save, and then if I go into skills, not pub programs, plugin ships, customize, equipped. The OS, an Android central system. Removal means death, right? I removed it. I get a loading screen. Caution, handle with care. Removing of the OS chip will result in death. And there's the credits. Nier Automata, fatal error. That was ending T of the 26, all of which are associated with a letter of the alphabet. Little side endings. We're going to try and get as many as we can as we go. Probably won't get all of them. I think you need to get all of them to get the... No, you don't need to get all of them to get the true ending, do you? Or do you? I don't remember. If you do, then I'll be doing them all. Back to the main menu, because we lost. But let's continue from before I took out my operating system. You'll see endings, I've only got T. So you'll all be able to see when I'm streaming how many of the endings I've secretly gotten off camera without telling you. Which hopefully will be none. The thing I like about streaming is I don't have to, like, worry about the content. If you see what I mean. I do. It has to be entertaining. I have to be playing something that you guys want to see. Up to a point, I mean, I can just stream for nobody and just do whatever I want. Which is pretty much what I do, to be fair. But I don't have to worry about, oh, is that going to be entertaining? Is that going to take up time? Are people going to want to watch that? So it's like, yeah, if you're here and you want to watch it, you can. If you're not, no biggie. These will be going up on YouTube as well. I see an item. Melee attack S. Sorry. Balance sensor got damaged. No matter how many times I fix it, she always gets motion sick. Like it's in her head. And off we go in the flight suit. And of course you don't need to protect them when they're out in space because they're androids, they don't need to breathe.
Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon
I can fly you.
If all they wanted intel, these scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
That's the special for the flight suit.
Alright.
You're
I wonder why they did send me when all they want is recon. That's interesting.
going to have new weaponry installed from here on out.
Oh, thanks.
Instructions for you. Make sure you miss the memory.
Look at that transition. No, that's nearly pushed me into a vehicle. A vehicle? A projectile. Just do whatever you want. You'll win. Melee and ranged. Oh, it's good.
Bunker 2 feet committed. I've set the landing point for your flight unit. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position. Understood.
Makes sense.
Good luck down there.
And off we go to fight the robots and save the world. Find the recon. No. Whatever they're called. Resistance group. It's such a cool design for 2B. Let's have a little look around. The other thing I like about streaming is I don't have to worry about the amount of time that I'm here. Obviously we're trying to grow the channel. We want more people to watch it, we want to get more people involved. Streaming's more fun with an audience, obviously. You get conversations going, but really I just like producing stuff. And this is the easiest way to do it, because you don't have to, you know, it goes straight on the channel, it goes straight direct to you guys. From the second we record it, you can see it. I quite like the episodic releases. Obviously I watch a lot of YouTube, I like watching an episode of each. I'm getting trophies, by the way, if anyone's wondering what the big thing on blocking on screen is. Which is a way to turn that off. If there is, somebody tell me on Twitter or message me in the comments. It's really annoying. Big bits of the DMC playthrough are missing because there's a huge big thing because I got a trophy. Air dodge. Lots of rooms. Look at this creepy atmospheric music as well. Not a horror game, but it could be, couldn't it? That's a drop. That's a drop. The reason I'm running around like this is because I know there are things in here to pick up. There are collectibles and items and stuff. Not going to be crazy anal about collecting them all. Again, I wasn't when I play through for real, so I'm not going to be with you guys. But if I'm in a place where I know there is shit, I'm going to get it. Just as a rule. Robots. Kill them. They are the enemy. And they get money off, which is always a bonus. And a very welcome bonus. And down a lot of floors though. We're at the ground floor. First floor to Americans. I don't know which I prefer. Ground floor or first floor. Flound floor or first floor. Ground floor or first floor. It's the same thing, but different. I can't access this right now. Iron ore. And now the best bit of this whole journey. There it is. There they are, if you prefer. Going right the way to the top. I don't have to be from that angle, I just was. There was a trophy. There is a trophy on this game. Also a Steam achievement that for attempting to look up 2B's skirt 5 times, I think. Because when you do it for long enough, she... see if I can get an angle actually, and you can do it. Is that right? Yeah, she does that and stops you. There's a trophy or achievement for doing that 5 times. When the game came out, I think within like an hour of the game coming out, 99.7% of people who played it had that trophy. Okay, I don't remember how to get out from here properly. There we go. We'll go here. I might get that trophy at some point. You know what? Every so often, if I remember, we'll look up 2B's skirt. Now this is the destroyed cityscape. Not recently destroyed, which is a really nice twist. That this city has clearly been gone for a while. You unlock access points, unlocks map information, and allows me to save. All I have is my test mail still, so let's move up.
Map data, huh? It's hard to get an accurate picture from this. Our satellite resolution is so high. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
No, she does not. Tree seed. All just upgrade materials, but useful. When I start upgrading my weapons and stuff, it'll make the combat easier, so I'm not just getting these for the sake of it. I'm not just wasting your time by running over and picking stuff up. There is a use to them. It really looks like a place you can go in, doesn't it? But it's not. So I know where the resistance camp is, as do you, because it's on the minimap. It's the little red dot. If you can't see that, trust me, it's in the bottom top right now.
None of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space.
That's weird. Enemies that don't attack you, they just stand and stare. wonder what we can make of that. I feel like there's supposed to be something up or around here, but I forget what and where. The reason I'm doing that is once she goes into that fall animation, if you fall enough, she'll actually be damaged by it. Let's kill some robots. Get some XP, some item. And because we're here, is it going to let us? I don't think it's going to let me. It let me a minute ago. There we go. Spot fishing. All games should have fishing mini games. We throw our pod in. Pod weights. Pod bobs. Once pod bobs properly, we pull them in. Damn, that's too early. I can't remember how much he has to bob before it happens. I think it's like a proper, like, getting pulled under. As you'd expect. You all know if you watch the channel how much I love a good fishing game. How much me and Jess love fishing games. There was a particular fishing game that we played when we were little on PS1, I want to say, called Saltwater Sport Fishing. Tell me if anybody remembers that. It was really good. You could catch marlins and sharks and all sorts. Seems like most fishing games now are like river fishing, which isn't as fun, I don't think. I want to catch something huge. I want my fish to be as big as me. Take that as you will. Don't appear to be having any luck here, so let's just go. Guess we'll have to go to the resistance camp instead. The reason I'm doing that a lot is because it's faster, by the way. There is a sprint function in this, so I can't blame that. It's just this is way faster than that. Oh, look at them. Look how friendly they are. Just chilling at the camp. As you do. Nose is really itchy. Yeah, we should. But I think there's a thing in here, isn't there? Might not be. Might be. No, I guess not. Oh, let's get this first. Always get these first. Inbox, still that. And transport lets me go back to the mothership, if you like. Haven't seen you around here. No, you haven't. Box. Item. Box. I always run around and get everything. Hello there. A newcomer should talk to an Anemone. Keeps connecting to the network, bodies loading in and whatnot.
You know about 2B?
Yes, well, the butcher told me to expect it.
That's suspicious.
I'm the leader of the Anthem resistance that patrols most of this territory.
Okay.
You must be the new scouts with me about. Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
I expect we'd be doing a lot with the weapons trailer and the supply trailer. Why don't you say hi? There's a girl near the entrance. She's a bit of an oddball, but she's smart, so this might be helpful. Thanks. Weapons trader. No, supply trader. So it's great to get new customers. Some kind of supply trader for the resistance? You know it. Heavy items, handcraft from abandoned parts. So to business, what can I get you? What can you get me? Nothing. Nothing at all. Do I want recovery items? Do I need recovery items? Not really. And sell these because I don't use them. I forget whether I need these yet, so I'll keep them. Also, on easy difficulty, it lets you use certain things like this, like auto attack and auto aid, auto evade, auto program. Never really used them because I've never played it on easy, so why would I? But do you sell plug-in chips? You mean the little doodads that serves power-ups? No. Love to sell them, but I don't have the materials. If I happen to get the materials, we could do business. Hey, why don't you go and get them for me? Got this bum leg so you can't move around. I can just repair it. Unfortunately, all our parts are dedicated to the war effort. Can't spare any. Personally, I'm hoping to wipe out the machine so I can start dancing again, but until then... Okay. Thanks a million. So I need a broken spring, a gear, and a circuit. You can turn them from enemies in the big area up towards left. So yeah. Subquests. That's what we like. Hey, weapons trader. Keep doing that. Must be with Yora. I heard what happened. I deal in weapons if you're interested in that type of thing. What kind of weapons? Basically rebuild and repair relics from the old world. To be honest, pretty tools are in pretty sad shape. You can get the servicing device in the toolbox up and running and start fixing and selling them. Take a look at it, will you? Okay. Looks busted. Let's help them. Servicing device sorted out. Must have too much load. Thinking 4 complex gadgets. Find them in the city ruins, but with aggressive machines around them. Simple fetch quest. With Yora, right? My mask? It's an electromagnetic wave shielding device. I wear it to limit unnecessary information. Just kidding. So what do you want? Just a help thing. I feel motion sick. Any system-related questions, ask my aunts. They handle everything. This game is too difficult. You can change the difficulty at any time. In easy mode, enemies are weaker and use special tips. Normal mode standard. In hard, you lose lock-on. Yeah, enemies are insanely hard and you get no lock-on. So. And she gives you the tutorials. Now that mask, obviously, it's a robot head. But there is another very famous mask in these games that Yokotaro himself wears, and we will meet the character on whom that is based later. Here with Yora, right? I can sort on all types of androids. Can I help with anything? Let's shop. So she's the girl who does that here. I need more money. I don't know which of these I actually like. Mirage is good, Hammer's good. Blade I don't particularly like, Spear I don't like at all. I don't like any defensive ones. I might just get those two and that'll be it. But mostly what I want is these. I can't upgrade pod because I have no parts. I can't fuse anything. And I've got nothing to sell because I sold them. We change new parts, check them out. Will do. I see a thing. Can't get it. This music's beautiful. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream. I hope you can. Not a lot I can do about it if you can't, by the way. Volume's maxed. Yeah. Little red dots. That's what we're looking for.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty.
It's time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you to be. Anyway,
Is she gonna stop
talk
us?
to you later.
She is. As I remember, a meme image went around when that people noticed that trophy, and that so many people had it. just showing the percentage that 99.7% of people have that trophy, and then just soldiers saluting each other. I'm getting a cold, I think. It's that weather here.
That's everything the supply trader asked for.
Yep. But we're not just doing that, are we? We're getting the other parts while we're here.
These chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The resistance is a valuable ally to your help. Helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
Banter. Really looks like it's something you can go through, doesn't it? Oh, that reminds me, the Nier Automata themed expansion for FF14's out now, isn't it? Oh, it's coming out really soon. Never really played FF14, I probably should. It looks like the sort of game that I would love.
This is the place that weapons trader was talking about.
Yes, it is.
I'm picking up hostile machine life forms.
Good. That's what we're here for. Well, that was poor. I'm trying to line up a shot on all of them, if anyone's wondering. Got it. I'd say. Yeah, I might go for one that's a little bit easier to hit with. You see the shadow of that bird? I don't see where it... There it is, right up there. That's cool. Shows how good the lighting engine is in this game as well. No, we're looking for the thing that's in this area. Is that it? It's one of them. Some amber. There's one. There's the last one. Simple.
That should be enough. Let's get this back to the trader.
Yeah, let's... But first, there's a red dot. Forget if I can go this... So I can go this way. Excellent.
Plant life is claiming most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Records show that vegetation is grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
There are. I don't know why. I mean, I don't see why not. I love the idea of trees being that big. Like, actual skyscraper trees. Well, the big redwood things you get out in North America are cool, but they're not quite big enough. See that jump? You can go far if you time it right in this. Just collecting some stuff, then we'll head back. Sorry if the dodging is really annoying, it's just the fastest way to get around. Because you're not limited at all by your, like, momentum or anything. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Mirage one. It just creates a bunch of slashes around you, like a judgment cut. Does a bunch of damage. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Just while I've destroyed them, let's see what's up here. Ranged attack, not bad. And I think there's something in that building, so there is. Large recovery. You get a lot of recovery items in this. I didn't find myself using many the first time around. We'll see if I need them this time. Maybe they say there is an LP tax that I haven't really experienced as a streamer / LPer yet, but we'll see. Maybe I'll perform far worse on stream than I do normally. Generally, it's actually been the opposite for me. I tend to play games a lot more effectively when I've been recording or streaming than when I do on my own. Don't know why that is. let's head back to the Resistance. The Resistance. René. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Allo Allo. It was a British sitcom back in the 1970s or something, set during the Second World War. Was it 1970s? I think it was 1970s. A French farce comedy set during the Second World War, around a group of resistance members in Paris. It was really stupid but really funny. I got the box set on DVD. I should really watch it again. It's been a long time since I saw it. I just get occasional phrases like that. René. Oh, René. Anyway, Nier Automata and Haribo. What more could you want on a Friday night? Pepsi, obviously, but I got that too. Well, you know, a girlfriend, but one thing at a time. Save regularly, or you'll regret. Small recovery. Hey, you found the materials, that's great. I can start upgrading and crafting for you. Think I can spare some to affect your leg? Yeah, no. Why don't you tell us what's really going on? See, it's my left leg that's all busted up. My left leg's the one that's fully original. I've repaired this body line 100 times over during the war. Swapped parts in and out so many times I can't even keep track. But this leg, this left leg, it's never been touched. So if I go and replace that, what happens? I mean, would I even be me anymore? Or would I just... 2B doesn't have an answer for that. It's my own problem. Didn't mean to trouble you with it. You should be getting more inventory soon, so swing by when you can. And I got a reward and a trophy. Again, that's a good question already. If you're going philosophical, how much of you do you need for it to still be you? Not just a thing that looks and thinks like you. If I replace my entire body with mechanics, am I still me? What am I? In that sense. I think it should be enough to fix your broken vase. Well, how do you like that? Looks like I'm back in business. Good to hear. You know, I make these weapons to keep my friends safe, after all. Well, sometimes I wonder, what if my weapons are just making my friends die all the faster? Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. Come back in a while, alright? I should have some new gear for you then. Excellent. He's still got an objective marker on him though. Hey, it's you! I almost forgot to throw you a reward. I wanted to say thanks, so I whipped up some upgrade materials. Oh, thanks, man. You bet I want to try them out. So you can get multiple different weapons in this. Beast Lord is obviously the good one. I believe it's the strongest. There's trophies and stuff for upgrading all of them as well. But there's no good reason to not just stick with the good old virtuous contract. Get rid of these. I don't really like riding animals, I don't see the point in it. I'm going to keep our upgrade materials. Come to me whenever you need help. Will do, sir. I actually have a request as well. There's been lots of reports of dangerous machines appearing in the desert. It's very unusual. Might be something bigger. Heard your types are good? Sure, why not? I knew I could count on you. I'll tell our allies in the desert that you're coming. Be careful though. Thanks, Anemone. Let's get a save in, shall we? And then head on out. We got a call. Okay. I've got some mail too. Of course I will. Yeah, I'm losing some health, but I've got a bunch of recovery items, and the desert enemies are the easiest in the game, to be honest. So I'm not worried. Yes, I know the desert's the other way. I'm going this way because I want to unlock some more save points along the route. get some items and some XP. Now you see her where when I'm pressing square she's attacking with the Virtuous Contract. I'll show you the weapons actually. Virtuous Contract, bare fists. You can set different weapon sets. One is that, one is the other way. So if I go to weapon set 2, and combat brace. It counts as combat braces when I'm just bare-fisted. I forget how you switch between the two weapon sets, but basically it's square as your light attack and triangle as your heavy. At the minute it's set so that my... oh, there it is. Weapon set 2. There's weapon set 1. There's weapon set 1. So weapon set 1 is square as my sword. You can see some of the amazing shit she does. And triangle is big heavy kicks. But if I switch it to bare fists and the other way around, my base attack is kung fu. And then my triangle is contract. I'm going to stick with that. Either way, it's square is light, triangle is heavy. But you have different movesets depending on each. You can play the whole game, if you wanted, bare-fisted. And you can beat every enemy in the game with it. But, again, you want to be using weapons, really. Another really cool lore thing that they have in this. We've been talking in Kingdom Hearts a lot about the merits of kind of narrated or told story versus just kind of existing notes or dossiers or whatever version you want in your particular game. Personally, I'm quite a fan of notes and things adding a lot of extra story in. This game does that extremely well, because not only are there a bunch of notes and information you can get, you can also get conversations with characters in the background that will give you background to the story. And the weapons, when you upgrade them, all of them have a story of their own to tell. And every upgrade you do, I think you can do up to like 4 or 5 upgrades, will get you a little bit more of that story. Which is amazing. It's almost amazing that there's so few games that actually do that. Yeah. I quite like the laser when it hits. But when it hits. I think I've missed more times than I've hit with it so far in this playthrough. Oh, I had a message, didn't I? I had an email. Lost equipment. Something I forgot to mention prior to your sortie. According to analysis, the weapon that was lost while breaking in the abandoned factory is still there. I've marked its estimated location, so sure to pick it up next time you're in the area. That's all. I think we'll go and get that. Because I want to have weapons, as I just said. There's also something on the top of here, I think, which I'll get while I'm here. And a nice little bit of footage for us all here, on the way up. Clear blue sky and clear white. Silver ore. Go down the ladder. Like a cool guy. And the skirt flies up, because that's how fast she's going. I probably sound like a pervert watching this, and I don't give a shit. Sexy for its own sake is fine. There's, I think, a lot more wrong with having a problem with it than there is with liking it. Sorry if that offends anybody, but I think that's what I think. In my stream I say what I think as I kill time as we run through this corridor. But seriously, I do think I like sexy games, I like sexy characters, I like sexy cosplays. I don't understand why other people don't. Actually, on my map, where are there any more that I haven't... not in here, there aren't, no. There's a bunch of side story stuff I can do, but Gotta go and get my weapons, haven't I? So we'll go do that. Yeah, I don't understand why other people don't like sex-based stuff. I don't really want to speculate, because obviously you can, but it's a very dangerous route, trying to attribute reasons to people for why they think the things they do. Let's offer a prayer to the body, to Dennis. I can repair his body and it can be an ally with me, and we'll do that. If I repair his body, it will stand up and it will fight as my ally. That's the special you get when you knock them down. Cool thing. They only last so long, but they're actually pretty good fighters. If you're ever stuck, it's a good way to get past an area. The other thing you can do when you retrieve is that you gain, not XP I don't think, but some kind of bonus. Based on what the body was. Sometimes it's a speed boost, sometimes it's an attack boost. I just leveled up. How did that happen? I wasn't doing anything. I think his body went back. Does that mean I do get XP for picking up the bodies? Sorry. Oh, I can't get that anyway. God damn it. To be go up the thing. She actually has a double jump. I'd completely forgotten she had a double jump. Oh god. There are bits of this game I forget. It's one of them where a lot of it's like really intuitive, so much so that you don't even learn it, so you don't remember it. Like the dodge thing I remember because it feels so good and you do it all the time. Little thing like a double jump are just like, yeah, it's there. It's there. If you want it, it's there. There's nothing around here, I don't think. So we'll just continue on. Oh, there's definitely something over here. There it is. He almost moves too fast. I can't keep up. The way to start her sprinting, by the way, she starts sprinting at the end of a dodge. You can get bonus as well to your movement speed, which I'll probably try and do as much as possible, because you can move insanely fast when you've got enough boosts on. And other than the hard limits of what upgrades you can do, there's no like artificial limits in this game. Not as in-depth a combos as Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, but enough that it's worth knowing what your moves are and what they do. Most of them are as simple as that, light and heavy. Know which ones you're light and which ones you're heavy, and you're good. You're good. So I don't believe we have any items here, no. So this is all we're after. Get my body back. Look at him go. Thanks, game. And then my sword. Virtuous Treaty, which I will duly equip as a large sword. So you see on that, if I go Virtuous Contract, I've got details that gives me all this information about it. Increases your attack speed when you upgrade it enough. And story. How long can I fight amid this bloody vortex of a battlefield? How long, I wonder? How long can I continue to protect what I love amidst this endless war? How long, I wonder? And then we've got a part 3 and a part 4. Every weapon has that. Some are harder to upgrade than others, and some stories are more interesting than others. But it's a really nice thing, a really nice touch to have. That you're not just getting a damage boost, you're getting something plot and story related. Because one of the things I like most about this is that every aspect of it, from the gameplay to the mechanics in the game, the story, the art, the character design, the level design, the area design, are all linked. They're all kind of connected to each other in meaningful ways. I can't remember how I got here now. There it is. And you genuinely do have an awful lot of choice. Sometimes more choice than you need. Like the option to remove your OS chip as a random nothing ending. Speaking of which, did I get another chip then? I feel like I did. Oh, auto use item. I mean, I've got nothing else to put in, so I may as well. Automatically uses a health item if my health drops below a certain amount. Oh, another feature I've just remembered, because as you can see, or you could see a second ago before it went off, on the HUD I'm back to full health, despite not having used a health item. When you level up, you fully heal. That saved me a few times the first time in boss fights. Doing the Pokemon Nuzlocke, we've been discussing that off camera. Not because we didn't want to say it on camera, we just didn't think to say it on camera. We've just been saying it. The idea that a level up would heal you fully, whether that's good, bad, ambivalent. Jess obviously likes it. I'm on the fence. Because I don't think a level up should be a get out of jail free card. I think it should be a... I think you get enough from a level up in an RPG without having to get a free health out of it. You see she's now swinging the bigger sword when I press triangle. There you go. You can fight with the big one out as your main and the little one as your second if you like as well. Which I might actually switch my second set to. And we'll mix them up a little bit, because I tend to just find a weapon combination that I like and stick with it. But I shouldn't do that really, I should mess around a lot more. Oh yeah, if I press down I can just use recovery items. That's my combo with the heavy. Look at her, she's so cool. I'm switching back, but I like my combo. Sorry, I need my normal combination. Look at the sand. Look at it move. If I sprint while on the sand, moves even faster. But if I sprint over something, I just didn't do it that time. But she can trip and fall slightly. Nothing else in there, is there? Just my lost sword. Desert shop.
Right? I've heard about you guys. We've got a squad mate waiting in a rocky stretch up ahead. Head on over. Just remember, there's nowhere to resupply out there. If you need anything, best to take care of it here while you can. What can I help you with?
It's a big build up to then say, by the way, here's the things I sell. Nothing worth having, I don't think. There, the little trip. I prayed for Grizzly. Let's retrieve your body though. 850 health, including max HP up shockwave. So look, my attacks now temporarily do a shockwave. I was wondering where a colleague was, but I just remembered she's up here. Yeah. We have mail. Remind me to do that when I get back. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. A game just installed. Not a game you're likely to see, but you never know. Apparently World War Z is like half price on the PS Store right now, so a friend of mine said it's quite good. So we're going to try it out. That is all. I'm just running around here. This isn't the critical path, by the way. Just running this way to get some stuff. I take a lot of damage, as you can see. It'll become less of an issue further on. Why isn't that one collecting? Oh, I see, it's too far in the non-reality. Obviously that makes all perfect sense to you guys. It's in the non-reality. Torn book. Upgrade material. Nothing interesting. What do we have here? Items. 200 quid on a large recovery item. In a little desert alcove. Alcove. So you saw there's a different enemy type in the desert, which is the tall, like, tower robot thing. As far as I know, they have virtually no ability to hurt you at all, but they are aggressive. They do attempt to hurt you, they just have no ability to do it. I forget what's where in here, by the way, so you're going to have to bear with me at points. Item. And that leads back out there. Yeah, because we came down there before, so... Let's see an item over that side, though. Doesn't let you just jump off the edge. I'm not sure why. It'd be cool if it did. I hope everything hasn't respawned. I don't know, I don't remember how long it takes once you leave an area for it to repopulate with enemies. Can't get in there yet. Oh yeah, I can tell him how to fight. I quite like this view as well. There aren't enough good top-down games like this. Way back when I thought I was, well, I didn't think, obviously. Why would anyone think this? But I hope that Hatred, if you remember that, the spree killing game that temporarily got banned off of Steam. From the gameplay trailers on that before it came out, it looked like it was going to be really good. Kind of, the physics engine on it looked really impressive, but the game itself ended up being kind of crappy. A lot of people say, well, what do you expect a game like that? But, you know, sometimes the games that are built like that can have some good stuff about them. Rarely, but sometimes. I don't think I ever walked down this path before. And we're not going to start now, because we got stuff back in the cave. If anyone, by the way, is watching this and feels lost, they don't know where they are, yeah, everybody did. I only know this because I've played it. And even with a mini-map, it's not 100% clear where you are at any given point in the grand scheme of the map. You just have to kind of run around until you get a feel for it. Which you do, eventually. Medium recovery. We're just really stacking up health items for if and when I need them. Items. See, 9S is actually a useful partner as well. It's a conversation we've been having because of Code Vein coming out, how good your AI partners should be. You can get quite useful ones like Elizabeth in Bioshock Infinite. A lot of people didn't like her as a killer, thought she was useless. I thought she was actually good because she throws you ammo. Runs up to like enemies' guns that have dropped, it picks up the ammo and throws it to you, which is really the best thing. Doesn't take damage, isn't a liability. Just runs up, heals you if you needs, or gives you ammo. And Bioshock Infinite's actually really good, so you tend to have only about as much ammo as you need at any given point, which makes that really helpful. What level am I? Level 6. I don't know if I'm correctly leveled or under leveled. Either way, I'm going to go in here before I go to the main party. So you see, most of the enemy types are variations of the same 5 or 6 types. Like the flying one that we saw before, that's a machine gun. We've got the little guy like that walks. We've got the bigger guy. We've got the tower ones now. Most of the enemies in the game are variation of one or more of those. One or other of those, should I say. I feel like there was a box to open in this building. Am I crazy? Guess I must be. Not on top of here, is it? No. No. I'm just crazy. But I don't mind the relative lack of enemy types, because the combat flows quite well. Generally the combat in it isn't challenging because the enemies are varied and you don't know what they're going to do. It's because of the sheer number of them coming at you. And it's meant to be like that. That's the difference between the robots and the androids, that the robots have numbers but the androids have, you know, ability. A loyal soldier hesitated to land the killing blow at a village of refugees. Let's play for Guga Nico M and retrieve his body. for to give us 850. And some damage absorption abilities. £20. Fine, I guess. I'm going to pray for you as well, Highway Martini / Chloe, apparently. And we're going to repair you, because you're going to help us in this fight. Come on, Chloe. I quite like asynchronous multiplayer as a concept. It's a way to play with other people, but without actually having to, like, interact with them in any way. Which is my favourite way to interact with people. They were guarding an iron ore. What fun. Well, let's head on over to our pal. I'm gonna say her name's Joker. Level up. Do I get like a shit ton of XP if I repair them? I might just start doing that for the XP then, if it's going to save me a lot. This path is blocked. What will I ever do? Oh look, there's a person up there.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass.
Jackass, that's what she's called, not Joker.
I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert. Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like it. So, Jack, was it? What are you doing on the way out here?
Yeah.
Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
Definitely won't. Let's see what's in the desert then, shall we? Now she's opened a path for us.
It's a sealed gate with explosives.
Cool people. Maybe, but we'll never know unless you try. Nicely done, Nines. Amber and a broken key. Oh look, a different variation. Must mean we're in the new area. You're so much faster and so much stronger than the enemies, it's amazing. On the harder difficulties, it's genuinely hard though. I'm playing on normal because I just want to get through it. And not in a bad way, I mean I just want to keep making progress. I want to show you guys this game. Most of you, I imagine, if you're watching this, are way more familiar with it than I am, but we're having fun. We're in the desert. We're making steady progress. We're eating Haribo. Off we go.
This sand sure is slippery.
Yeah. That's what sounds like, Nines. Where?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yeah, I've heard from the resistance that they've been seeing us a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why though.
Ah. I'll hold me a Haribo in my weak hand. There we go. Okay, I can fight again now, guys. If you can hear her banging, I think my sister's fighting a cat. Don't worry. Give me this. Next fight. You dude. We'll pray for Shadow. revive Shadow and repair you. Aid us in the fight to come. Don't know, Nice. What do you think? You seem to be doubting it. So the robots are talking, and they're saying things like, "I'm scared." Curious, is it not? To be honest, I use the dodge more for mobility than I do for actual evasion. Like, I don't try to... I do obviously dodge attacks with it, but mostly it's just to move me from one enemy to the next. And that's the message we got earlier from the Council of Humanity. There is stuff out in the desert, but we're not going for it just yet. We're going to keep on moving. Keep progressing.
What's with the weird looking outfits?
I've seen this sort of thing. I was going through some old data. It looks like our humans used to wear it long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that too.
That's interesting. Robots imitating humans. I didn't know he was still with us. Robot dude. Give me some experience and money. Gonna need lots of money if we're gonna buy all the upgrades. He's still in tow? Yep. So you just follow this pipeline around, you get where you need to go. Doesn't say that directly, it just gives you the points on the map, but if you follow this, you get items, you get little bits, shit like this. Bunch of suicide robots. And a shit ton of cash. 1400. 1430 to be precise. So yeah, the robots are saying they're scared and they're wearing clothing and face paint similar to what all human groups used to wear. Isn't that odd? Why would a robot be doing that? Sorry, I said I was going to try and stop doing that. But it's fun though.
It's fun. Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just making words at random. If they want to help, why would they attack us?
That's a good question. Let's just be completely random. Maybe the game's just trying to make you feel sorry for them, make you feel bad, you know? Make the combat harder by making you not want to do it. Just collecting the stuff, because once it goes, it's gone. Don't want to miss anything, do it. So I got a couple of upgrade things there. We'll put them in. Let's get our max HP up. Get our evade range up. Shockwave I can't fit now. What can I take out? Don't need a text log really. We want those on. Yeah, we need all that really. Damage values we don't. So if I go at the top and I sort them, I cost. Now which of these? How much shockwave costs? 8, and I've got how much to spend? 9. That should be fine, right? Used 45 out of 56, I've got 11 left, so why can't I? Oh, because I didn't optimize. There we go. So by equipped. I like equipped. We don't need those, but we want shockwave on. And if that's the case, I can add some more those back, can't I? I've got 3. I can add the damage values back in. So now when I attack, I emit a shockwave. I also have more health, you may notice. And when you get enough of those upgrades and things, it's crazy how much stronger you are. So we're going to, and you can, I think I said before, you can combine them. So if you've got 2 that are the same level, as in base +1, +2, +3, whatever, you can combine them together to make one that's the level above. So if you've got enough money, you can get the ones that you want from the shop and just match them out like +4 or +5. And yeah, you can do a lot. If that's movement speed, you'll go like double or triple the normal speed. Thing ran away.
It's headed for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
Why are we hunting that one specifically? We are. We just are. Some of the more useful ones you'll find are things like EXP boost, so you can level up way quicker. Obviously speed boost, damage boost is the one you want. A couple of other stuff can be good. We're into the beverage desert city. It's weird that one day things like that will be. We got mail again. There is stuff over there, but I don't think I can get it yet, so I'm just going to go straight through. Oh, now we get the desert music. I'm going to shut up for a minute just so you can listen to it. Hauntingly beautiful, isn't it? That's how I would describe. Nothing here. So obviously, as you probably guessed, every area in the game has its own unique like soundtrack. And they're all really good. There isn't a bad one amongst them. When we get to the like fairground area, that's the best one, I think. Though Have you heard of Jupiter fortune telling? It's all the girls in over an R&D have been talking about lately. They say you can examine the colour and shape of Jupiter's great red spot to learn what kind of luck you'll have with health, work and love. Sounds amazing, right? I'll try and let you know when I find out. She's clearly bored. She wants to be gal pals with 2B. As we all do. 2B's not into it. A box I can't open again. Hate boxes I can't open. Except that it's the promise of things to come. Which is nice. Run. The thing I really like about Shockwave in particular is it means I can fight normally, but at a distance. It's basically like an extension of your range. There's a couple of games do like that, like Dark Souls 2, I remember I learned has... If you fight with the Greatsword that me and Jess were building towards in our Let's Get Good series, which hopefully will return once our eye's better, there is a sweet spot on the Greatsword. It's about maybe 60% of the way up the sword, that if you hit somebody with it, it does max damage, and the further away you are from it, the less damage it does, up to a point. Obviously only up down to like 80% max damage, but still. I died peacefully at a battlefield on the sea. Let's pray for Ove and repair his body. And it's kind of interesting that Shockwave effectively does that. It means that if you are really close and you attack, you do full damage, and when you're further away, you still hit, you just do less damage. You notice the fighting can be quite chaotic, and because I removed the text log, we can now no longer see what I pick up every time. But it doesn't really matter. At this stage anyway, because all we're doing is picking up either health items that I'm probably not going to use, or upgrade materials that will only know what's useful when I need to upgrade something. Item. Don't know what. And surely locations of other items. Yep, there's one. And the box. I might have to make the next upgrade I get an upgrade to my storage again, because I need to be able to see that text log. It's actually bugging me a lot. Turn the weapon. Fang of the Twins, huh? Let's see what that is. Ooh, it's a big axe. Does less damage at max, but more at minimum. We'll equip it. You might be wondering what the story is. I'm going to read the stories as we upgrade the things, because my plan is to upgrade everything. Obviously we'll focus on the main weapons that we've got. The main katana being the big one. They're afraid of us, and that's why they're trying to kill us. Oh, I got hit, and so it gave me an auto heal. That is actually handy. I shouldn't be getting hit as much as I am, but these guys are all like 2 levels above me. So they're gonna hit when they're gonna hurt when they hit. Let's pray for Drew, Frat Boy 101, and repair his body so that he can help us in this battle. That's weird. Back the armor on his arms. And back away. Laser. Enemies like that are the real target of the laser, aren't they? Because it's so big, it's near impossible to miss. Insane Shoe. Dreamy child saw a machine in deep thought surrounded by the winds of death. You can come too. Maybe it's like if they survive, they get me an XP. I don't know. Maybe I was just leveling up convenient times. Yeah. I wouldn't deny that. Since they're just picking words at random, right? How have they managed to get coherent sentences out of random word picking? Yeah, I'm going to need to upgrade my capacity.
What are they doing here? It's like they were gathered here.
There's a couple I can pick up, but I don't know which ones they are. So yeah, huge corridor full of dead androids.
There it goes!
Pick that up. What's this building?
Multiple machines detected ahead. What's with these android bots?
Social Destroyer. You can join the crew as well. Little sound things like the footsteps on here are really good. I took damage from that fall.
What is this?
Don't listen to me. They don't have any feelings. They're just imitating human speech. Let's take them out.
This cannot continue. No, it cannot, robots. Not indefinitely, anyway. He's trying to pick the thing up. So good. This is the first real what the fuck moment of this game. But it all comes together in the end. Thinking, okay, big spider boss thing. Nope. A naked man.
No! This is a machine!
But really, what's the difference? Why not? So you went from level 1 to level 4.
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
See, he's learning to avoid and attack me. Damn it. I dodged into his attack. I guess I'll shockwave him. Yeah, he's up there now. Damn it. I pressed unlock from him before I did it. I win. Yeah. And then the big knot blood all over the place. Yeah. This is very reminiscent of Dragon God.
Not another one.
We gotta get out of here!
So yeah, that's pretty confusing the first time. I'm sure you all know by now what's going on, but first time you see that, that's kind of a confusing battle slash cutscene. As can this run be. It's not always clear what's going to collapse and when. Until it happens. Well, we got out. I just got a trophy called It's a Healthy Baby Boy.
What the hell just happened?
Good question.
I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command. Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
Let's see what's over here first. Can't open it. Need to get back to the resistance camp, basically. There is something along here, though, I think. There is. We'll never know what, because I didn't get a text log thing, because I disabled them, but... I suppose the XP gauge is useless as well at this point. I don't want to get rid of it, I want my full HUD on if I can. So here's another Souls game equivalent, opening shortcuts. Even if they're not really shortcuts. Yeah. It's a good game. It's a good game. Combat's fun. And the story, as you can see, is kind of interesting. It's one of them if you've got a very short attention span, or you just want to know the answers to things immediately. You're probably going to struggle with, but if you've got patience, it's great.
We just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat being ready for us.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully we can get something out of it.
So we may not have captured them, but we've learned about them. And we have data we can report to our superiors. Which is almost as good. You can see directly hitting them does significantly more damage than the shockwave. As it would have to, really. But if you increase the shockwave, it goes further and does more damage. So shockwave +5 is usually worth having. And here we are. No mail. But a quick save. Yeah, we did.
Thanks or whatever. Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
Alright.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for securing access to those desert resources. It's a huge help.
No
I know
problem.
it isn't much, but please take this. It's the least I can do. Oh, and be sure to swing by if you ever need anything, alright?
Small recovery and 1,000 quid.
What can I help you with?
Still nothing worth having there, is there really? No, not worth it. Actually though, I should
What can I help you with?
sell some of the stuff I don't need. These. A lot of materials now though. I think some of them are just useful for selling, aren't they? Yeah. That's a good one. They're probably just for money as well, but I'm going to keep them just in case. Alright, let's get going.
I think we've earned a breather. Say 2B? I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance.
Yeah, we probably should.
Alright, let's go back.
You got it.
That's where I was going anyway. I want to spend the 40k I've accumulated. Yeah. I hope more comes of this series, you know. I don't know what the projects are being worked on at the minute. Obviously, Platinum have been working on Astral Chain for the past 2 years or so. I don't know what's going to be next in the pipeline. I hope it's something related to Nier or one of them. I mean, obviously, a remake wouldn't need to be developed by Platinum of Nier 1, I mean, of Nier original. Notice if you lock on, it has a bit of a spray on it so that you're not entirely accurate. You have to aim by hand if you want to be 100% accurate. Which is good. It's a good bonus. It's incentive to fight yourself. You feel so quick, you feel so agile. More so than anything else I can think of. Bayonet is probably the closest. Where I also find myself kind of zooming around with R2. To dodge, obviously. I guess the only... I'm trying to think if I have any complaints about this game, having been playing it now for a couple of... How long have I been playing on this? Nearly 2 hours, over 2 hours maybe, and I literally can't think of anything. Like, there's nothing I don't like about it. The music's amazing, the visuals are good, it's fun to play, the story's amazing, the characters are really interesting. I could just listen to this music all day. It's like Kingdom Hearts, not in the sense that it's similar to Kingdom Hearts, but in the sense that I could... Everything about it just makes you feel relaxed and happy. The door won't open. That's inconvenient for me. Thanks, man. I can upgrade the Fang of the Twins. The Virtuous Treaty. I just need titanium alloy to upgrade my main weapon. You know what, Fang of the Twins will do significantly more if we do that, so let's get that up to 3. Can't be enhanced further at this shop, note. Should probably get Beast Lord at some point as well, but we're not after those right now. As far as I can take it here, but there are craftsmen in the world who can raise it to level 4. If I met someone like that, I'd want them to teach me all they knew. Don't be a stranger. Maybe someday we will. But with that, we're going to switch out the Virtuous Treaty for the Fang of the Twins. And we're going to have a read of the story so far. Twin souls were sacrificed to twin gods and bound to an unbreakable dual-bladed axe. Whenever nicked or damaged, it would instantly repair itself. The two blades would never part. They would be together for the rest of time. The souls in the blade yearned to be as one, to grow old as one, to fall in love as one. It's why we both love the same person. I am myself, I am myself. Look at me, give me love, give me love. Stop copying me, I'm not. It's an interesting little myth. What are you buying? Not related to Capcom, obviously. Alright, well, we want at least 4, right? Max HP up, we want at least 4 as well. Why? Because this girl over here will allow us to fuse 2 weapon attack up into a single weapon attack up. And then another weapon attack up together. So then weapon attack, 2 weapon attack plus 1 become a weapon attack plus 2. 8% damage increase, which is good. We have 2 shockwaves. So we want to create a shockwave plus 1. We have 2 shockwave plus 1. So we want a shockwave plus 2. We then want our HP up to be the same thing. But our HP up can now become a HP up plus 3. Evade range and moving speed. We could do moving speed, I guess, but I'll sell those. You know what, I don't think these are used for anything, so let's get a plus 16 storage. I'm going to upgrade the pod at some point, yes, but not just yet. Right now I want my plug-in chips to be as I like them. So nice that. So we're going to put the text log back. We're going to get weapon attack in. We're going to get shockwave. We can't get that in now, but we can remove that. Optimize. So you can see storage used, it says 48 out of 72 right next to my camera. That's how much of these values are filled up, if you didn't realise that already. So we want HP is plus 14, that leaves us with 10. Which means we can put an evade range up, at least one of the evade range ups. Not that one, but that one. Which is fine. So we've got our evade range up, we've got much more health. We've got our auto use item, we've got a bigger shockwave, and we have 8% more damage. That all equates to a very good increase. Hey Anemone. I haven't jackassed about your encounter, good work. We don't have much thanks, but I've readied a room for you. Oh. That door I couldn't open is open. Thanks. How's it going? Hanging in there? Yeah, I'm alright. Could be better. Do you ever feel like it's pretty big? You sure it's okay for us to get a room like this? We have permission, remember? Plus we'll be stationed here for a while, so it won't go amiss. I guess there's no point turning it down. Bulletproof salve. Small recovery item. Oh, I love my text log. Small G. Yeah, I'll take a break. Yeah, I think I will save. Of course I want to continue the game. What, am I just going to stop? What, am I just going to not play Nier Automata? That's crazy. First time streaming on YouTube this is, by the way. I mean, it's kind of similar to streaming on Twitch, isn't it? Let's be honest. I think the plan is to do 2 streams a week. Probably a Tuesday and a Friday. And I might alternate between streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. That's the plan at the moment, but I don't know if it'll stay that way. Oh, we never went over here, did we? Sorry, just eating some Haribo. I like to eat while I stream. I'm hoping one day, it's kind of a little mini dream, do like a 12-hour live stream, or like a 10-hour live stream. It's a material storage site, but it's off limits. Like a 10-hour live stream or something. Eating Chinese food while we do it. It's a small dream, but it's a dream I hold very dear. Look at the redhead couple in the back there. We'll get to them later. Can't wait to have a drink after work. Must be tough having to spend every day of your life in combat. Well, it's what we were made for. So where do we go now, guys? We've spent all our money. We've upgraded. We've saved many a time. Let's leave the camp. Go find some side quests or something. A call's coming in.
Operator to 9S.
This is 9S. Go ahead.
I have an incoming message for 2B and 9S from the commander. Initiating playback. 2B, 9S. We've lost contact with several UFO units that were on their way to the surface. Their black boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location of their signal, so I need all your units on the surface to head over and investigate.
Got it.
End transmission.
I heard something about that back at the resistance camp.
Target location confirmed. I'm worried about the other entrance. We should probably check this out as soon as possible.
You definitely should. Over that way, huh? Let's get over there. I don't remember how to access all the side quests because some of them are unavailable at various points. Even when they appear on the map, you can't actually always get to them. So we're just going to kind of play through and see what we get. We probably won't get everything, but that's fine. There's some things that you should play on your own. That's a good damage increase. I know I'm a higher level, but that's a good damage increase as well. I'm not sure which of the chips is my favourite. Damage obviously is always, in any game, increase my damage. But to be honest, I'm quite a defensive player in a lot of video games. I don't think about defense.
Maybe we can get through from underground.
Maybe we can, Nines. But generally when I have the option, I want healing and I want more health, more than I want anything else.
So 2B, the machines out in the desert look just like androids, right?
Yeah.
But we androids were modeled after our human creators. So why would machines try to look like us?
Good question.
There's no point trying to work out unsolvable problems.
I suppose.
Forget it, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the healing thing. You can get automatic health recovery in this, which is one I always go for. Same for health up. In Kingdom Hearts, Cure Magic is the most important for me. It's the one I rely on more than anything else. In that one you need it though, for some of the boss fights, they're ridiculous. In this you really don't need it that much. Climbing a ladder, that's what I'm doing. But I still want it. I still want to be able to heal myself as much as possible. Where is it? Come on. There it is. We have to do it every now and then. When you put Easter eggs in like that, you have to use them. There's that one in Lovely Choker. I don't really understand the appeal of a choker. I don't mind some of that kind of stuff, like, you know, stockings and things like that look cool, but choker to me is just why. here we are. Best music. Best in-game music, at least. The main theme is better, but yeah. We're in Disneyland, guys. We're in Mega Disneyland.
What are those?
Wow, this is weird.
It is indeed. Yuizu missed the chance of a lifetime somewhere very dull. Yep, let's repair him. By the way, if in the extraordinarily unlikely circumstance that somebody whose body I pick up is actually watching, I apologise for getting your name wrong. I try my best to pronounce names, but it's hard. Let's kill some. Unit data has been updated. That's what we want. It's interesting they still all have weapons. In spite of how they're behaving, they're all still armed to the teeth. Just goes to show, doesn't it, the robots are enemies. Except these two seem to not care. Big and little brother machine. Probably shouldn't kill them though. I'm going to leave it here. We got the XP we wanted and we got mail. Suddenly very popular, aren't we? Machine with a dream. Oh, hello. Balloon brother. Welcome. Thank you. They seem non-aggressive. Like they don't want to hurt us. How can that be? But it seems Disneyland is closed, so we must find another way in. Shattering earring complete. Yeah, I know I probably messed up a side quest by doing that, but I don't really care. Hey, cute flower. That's weird. See what up here, shall we? There's always something collectible. Shop. Why is there a robot in a shop? Shh, don't shout. Can I help you? Okay. He sells upgrade materials. Often difficult to get upgrade materials, which makes him very useful. Cure all status, yeah, I'm never going to use that. Can be exchanged for money. Can be exchanged for money. Tech manual written in letters you can't understand. We'll leave them. You're welcome, robot. Have business here? No?
Where is this corridor leading?
How am I supposed to know, Ninus? Break time. Okay. Machine's on a break. Everybody needs a break every now and then. It's actually against the rules of our organisation in the NHS to not take your mandatory breaks. Did you know that? Not a lot of people pay attention to that rule, but it is a rule that you have to take a break every... I think it's 6 hours you can't work without a break.
We need a new bridge
Let's
Yes,
look
we do.
around for a route we can take.
Yeah, that's... Robots is singing and dancing and stuff. Shattered earring obtained. When I was talking about the 2B upskirt Easter egg thing, there's a similar one in RE4 where when the girl's climbing up the stairs, as you're Leon, if you try and look up her skirt, as in point the gun up her skirt, she like pulls her legs together, puts her hand over her legs and goes, "No looking." So obviously, because you can do that, you have to. Bro-to60, remember that message I sent you about Jupiter fortune telling? I had the girls in R&D look at it for me, and I got the worst possible reading of health, work, and love. That's when I realised something. That stuff's a bunch of occult crap. I mean, how are you supposed to figure out your destiny by observing another planet? Ridiculous. I'll forge my destiny all on my own. That's the truest desire of every Yora woman anyway, right? Ha ha ha. And then crying face. I don't know what our relationship is, but I like it. 2D makes what would have been a very annoying jumping puzzle very simple and very enjoyable. Can't get over there yet. Nope. Can't get over there at all, in fact. Maybe it's something I have to get later. Unlike this. 100 G. He said 100 grand. Dangerous beyond here. Broken. Junk. Danger. What do you mean, junk? Seems to be lots of robots on a tank. We are doing a Let's Play. You're correct, sir.
These machines are heavily armed. We'll regret it later if we let them escape. So let's take them out.
Alright. I think you can actually go ahead without doing this. But I forget, honestly. Try to take out the guys on its back if you're wondering. Amusement Goliath tank. I actually remember this being more difficult than it is. I don't remember it being difficult, but I remember it being more difficult than this. We win. The machine gun is very, very helpful indeed.
What's this? Some kind of crystal?
Analysis. It is a core fragment from a machine life form. It is similar in structure to a plant cell.
A plant cell?
Machine core obtained. I think they're just upgrade materials, but they're good ones. No, it's flipping all over the place though. You know what, yeah, you can come with us. I regretted my own mistakes at an inorganic city. I'll repair you.
What's this?
Analysis. It is a device that propels humans on rails at high speeds for the purposes of amusement. It is commonly referred to as a roller coaster.
Humans sure are strange creatures.
Come on, guys. Get on, quick. Oh.
Hey, 2B?
Yes.
People who know me well usually call me Nice. So what do you think? I mean, if you want to call me Nice, it's totally okay.
Wake up.
Alright.
Yeah, you probably heard me calling him Nines earlier, because I remember that. Kill it quick. Yeah. No, there was a thing to pick up. Never mind. A weapon-carrying android saw a machine taking a walk in the free skies. Ooh, this guy's non-English now. I'll take that. Evade range up. Cutscene. Means we take a drink. And we get some Haribo. Good big female enemy though.
Don't say anything about a machine like this.
You know what, I'm going to end manually. Except when I have to dodge things, then I'm going to focus on dodging them. And keep to use my beam whenever it comes back, if I remember. Which I rarely do. She's not Calamaria though, is she? From Cuphead. No, that's a good female boss. There's a particular bit in the Calamaria boss fight, I don't know if anybody, how well anyone knows Cuphead, where she gets attacked and she kind of like grabs her chest as if her bra had been ripped off. I'm fairly certain it's supposed to have been ripped off, but was removed. What the fuck? Where's my... Oh, I see. Adrian sought more strength in a deep, dark forest. Those old cartoons were good though. They was like 1960s or whatever cartoons. Oh, minigame. There we go.
It's trying to happen. If we take heavy damage, it'll affect our bodies as well.
Yeah, that'll happen. 2B's down. Yeah, the old cartoons like Betty Boop and shit like that, they're cool. It used to be really dirty with humour as well. It's weird that... I'll let the story go before I keep talking.
Seriously, you attack dead androids?
Wait, I think... 2B? I'm taking black box signals. Dead. They've been turned into weapons.
This ends now.
Ah. Mini games. Those are hacks. Yeah. Mini games that if you fail them, you take damage. Ah. One where the camera's being deliberately unhelpful. I cannot see the attacks coming before they land. You're probably best off just swinging right. Especially with the shockwave thing.
Keep it busy. You got it.
Saturation attack triggered by unconscious data. Failure to destroy equipment may lead to serious damage in memory regions.
Yeah, then we lay into it. Oh, apparently I got hit twice by that effect. I need that message different, really. What do we think, people? A bohemian? Emotional, combat-loving, sky-loving? Kind of like a foolish doll. Never stop smiling in the deepest darkness. I think we'll go with that. Like, bodies contain various data, so I have to go back. If I die again before reaching my body, it will disappear. If I keep playing for an extended period of time without getting it back, it will disappear. So that's the system I was talking about earlier. Did I take the auto heal out? I think I did, didn't I? I think I did. I'd forgotten that during that fight. I assumed that I could do that last attack because... A foolish doll never stops smiling in the deepest darkness. Let's just retrieve it. Yes, please. I get some experience for that too. No, it's all my skills and things are back then. So this time I just have to remember that I did that. Gives you no time at all to prepare for that. Just come in shooting, it's the only way. Just need to keep on moving. It's a really good minigame. And it will return later too. Now, thankfully these things have very little health. So guys, remind me, I'm not going to auto heal. I need to do it manually. Just need to get in there and mash. I was just hoping they wouldn't hit me more than anything. Got it. I'm sure I got it to less than that last time. Laser. What was that about? I think I always die in that the first time. I don't know why. It's not that tough a boss.
Thanks for the assist.
Oh, you mean the hacking? No worries. Us standards are pretty good at that kind of thing. I've got your back anytime.
Thanks, Nines.
We have to save those androids.
I'm sorry, TV. Their circuits are fried.
That one's topless?
I think they were only being kept alive by that enemy.
Oh.
What was that about more beautiful, I wonder?
So,
What is it?
that machine has some pretty weird things to say, huh?
Funny,
It's
you
almost
was
like it
too.
had actual
The
emotion.
machines don't have feelings. You said that yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
Doesn't sound convinced though, does he? I don't think any of us are either. Can't open that yet. Let's get down here, shall we? Can't move the camera at all in this room. I don't know if I can access any of the stuff down here at the moment, but we'll find out. Pretty sure there's something to pick up at least. That music again. That's a thing. Invade range up. Oh, Amber. A box I can't access. Nope, can't get nothing. Well, we got evade range up at least. There's a big pile of TVs there. The hair looks pretty nice in this game as well. It's obviously just a bunch of the same strands over and over, but... well, that's what hair is, isn't it, really? It's a very, very pretty game. I like the pods as well. Pods look cool. Do we have one more look so we can get the trophy? That's an interesting angle. See this? I like that her thighs go over the sock. Clearly too tight for her. Oh look, there's items back. Crystal this time. You can, I think, jump in there and kill yourself.
This thing is awfully verbose for a machine.
Let's go to the village.
Still, we should at least head over there and gather data, right?
We should find out what's there. Definitely. But there are items to pick up. Yeah, you see what you're starting to see what I mean about every character. Every, like, enemy and every, like, significant character. Anything that's named, especially, has a personality and a story behind it. They all interlink to the same kind of ideas about identity and purpose, the futility of existence, or otherwise. Box, impact bracer, S. I'm faster. No, I'm not. It comes at quite a pace as well. It does. You never left sitting still in this. See, we've already been to the... oh, look at that.
What's that?
Oh, right. You wouldn't have seen that before. They're sending supplies up from Earth to the moon and the bunker. There are no spare parts or fuel in space after all.
Nope. Glad that they added that in. But yeah, we've already been to the space station, been to the factory, the desert.
They originally came here from outer space, right?
Well, there are a few theories about that, but no one knows for sure. Hard to tell what an alien is thinking, you know?
I like the way that most of the explanations of things is how to know what the others think. How a lot of people actually think. Now we're at a village. That trophy we got was called "We Await Your Next Visit." It's, I think, complete the fairground section. And we're at the machine village already. I believe we're now further than we got, or as far as we got in the last playthrough.
They all have white flasks.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
Yeah. This is quite good music too. Quite a significant character. You know, we've already have something of a relationship with the androids. In fact, I'm hoping you can take this to an enemy in the resistance camp. It's a fuel filter that she requested. If you take it to her, she'll make it clear we're a peaceful group. Cool. You have an email? Nope. Let's look around the village. Oh, Jean-Paul. White flag means we surrender. We're not your enemy. Okay. It's one of those games you wish you could forget and then come back and play again. Okay. Big sister machine. Excuse me, can you help me identify my little sister? She's lost. Yeah, okay. We'll look. Complaining about one of my parts was starting to seize up. She went off in the desert to search for a replacement. It's been days now, she's still not back. Please, you have to help me. I'll pay whatever you want. Oh.
She sure cares about her little sister. Still, it's pretty funny to hear machines talk about siblings. Do you think she just think they built the same factory or something?
Maybe.
It is weird. We do not want to fight. We will not fight. How nice. Animal bait. Useless to me, because I don't like it, but can be used. Let's not pretend we're not doing it. Get up the ladder. Small recovery part. Overprotective mother. Talk to her. Doesn't let me. How odd. Not for now, I guess. Box. What's down here? 2D again, by the way. There is a few side quests, I think, in the village. Let's see if I can get, there should be one up the ladder. This way. Ball-like machine. Can't speak to. Machine's hat. Existence precedes essence. Man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. Additionally. Hello? Yes, and you are? Wait, do not tell me. I've already deduced that you're here to listen to me expound upon the great mysteries of existence. Well, enough. Let us begin by discussing the concept of existentialism. Essence and existence are two sides of the same coin. And yet, what is existence? I'm glad you asked. To answer that will require many long hours of... This is pointless. There's no point in talking to Jean-Paul. We stopped trying to figure him out a while ago. All he does is spout a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about something called philosophy. If you're curious about him, I've better look talking to his followers. They tend to use smaller words, at least. This guy has followers? More like fans, I suppose. But yes, there are quite a few out there. Buy what he's selling. Don't ask me why. Some folks just get into that sort of thing, I guess. There's even one Jean-Paul follower right here in the village. You know the machine with the thick paint on her face? That's the one. Jean-Paul's melancholy. Apparently there's a thing right there, either below or above me. That's a thing I missed. Skill solve. Not useful, but we got it. Box I can't open and a machine. No good. Let's keep going round. That's the overprotected mother again. I swear we're hearing the same people over, no matter how did they die here? Oh, I know. Let's run this way. There we go. Let me ask you a question. Do you happen to know a machine called John Paul? Certainly do. Mr. John Paul's a genius. You can rely on him for absolutely anything. Are we talking about the same John Paul here? In fact, I was just thinking about how much wisdom he has to teach me, so I wrote him a letter asking for guidance. You'll take it to him, won't you? Huh? I can't let that lady in the desert get to him first. Or that harpy in the amusement park. Great, there are all these weirdos. And wait, they have genders? Letter for Jean Paul. Let's see what Jean Paul makes of the letter. Hello? Ah, yes, I see. Dreams are the mind's version of reality perfected. Jean Paul, we have a delivery for you. Allow me to see it at once. Interesting. A letter, is it? A female machine asked us to deliver it to you. She said she could rely on you and that you know pretty much everything. Yes, yes. Now if I may, do you believe that existence precedes essence? Is this about the letter? No. Right, but shouldn't you maybe respond to the letter? Is one duty bound to reply to every question spewed in their direction? Such is your claim, then what power was it who placed this burdensome yoke around my neck? This is a waste of time. Got that right. Let's tell her what the response was and see how she takes it. Well, what did the master have to say? Actually, he said it wasn't worthy of a response. I knew it. Isn't he the greatest? I can't get enough of him. You don't say. Sure. Just gonna have a quick look to see where the others are, because I don't remember. There's one on the path on the way here. And that's it. The others are spread out all over the place. And there's one back, obviously, in the amusement park, Sean Cole's woman. It was this way, right? No, it's off in the other direction. Is it? No, it seems to be this way. I forget how long this bridge is.
What's wrong?
Don't tell me you heard tales of a genius inventor and came to see me. Yes, quite. I'm the genius in Earth, makes a name, tremble, whatever. Invested me, I'll give you stuff. Sure. Half-witted inventor accepted. What shall I invest? I don't have any money. I have 18,000. So no, it's not worth investing in him yet. Well, at some point, but not yet. I think it gives you a really good upgrade materials. Let's go to that one in the village. Then we need to head back to the resistance camp to see Anemone about this working with the machines thing. I also need to go to the desert for a couple of people. Okay. Androids. Ah, oh no. Sorry, is something wrong? Mercy, please, just let us go. I think there might be some kind of misunderstanding. I mean, you aren't here to arrest us? No. Wait, why do you think I'd arrest you? We deserted. You what? We just want to find a place the two of us can live our lives in peace. That's all wrong. Please don't tell anyone we're here, please. We're not with the resistance, we're Europe. We don't have any obligation to report you. Thank goodness. Still, if you guys stay here, they're going to find you eventually. Don't have a choice. My locomotive functions have been damaged and we don't have the necessary materials. Don't suppose you'd bring us them. Us? We can't get them ourselves. If we leave, we'll be found. Sure. What do we need? Something near the factory. Got it. Mostly fetch quests, side quests. But that's fine. Yeah, that's fine in its own way. Well, we should probably head back to the... Let's see. There's the factory where I need to find the thing. The desert's over there. That's a bit of the desert. More Jean-Paul. And there's some mystery area over here. Another Jean-Paul. Then a couple of side quests down at the Yora camp. Not Yora camp, resistance camp. So let's head that way. Right after we save. Always save. Hang on, they sell stuff, don't they? Machine weapons. I can upgrade stuff, but only with the materials, obviously. And we can get some of these. Anything that's just for selling? Yes, machine cores. 3 in it. Oh, that's good money. Some really good money, actually. Legendary swordsmith in the forest. You looking for anything? Probably nothing that he can sell me. EXP gain up. How many would I need? I need 8. That would be 20 grand to get the max. I can do that. Can I mix them with you? I can't. Everybody loves weapons, dude. Weapons are cool. Weapons are cool as shit. Yeah, I'll take it. So overall, I enjoy this game immensely. I think I'm just going to take it back to the camp and then leave it there. I'm getting pretty tired now. I've been streaming for a couple of hours. I'm getting less vocal, I noticed. I should really start streaming earlier, but I don't have the time. Tree seed. There's a bridge over there. And look at this. It's a shortcut. Nines, what are you doing? We've opened a way back into the city ruins. Get back to the resistance camp and then I'll call it the night. But we've made good progress. We have completed 3 areas. Yeah, we've done the forest. No, we haven't done the forest. We've done the village. We've done the amusement park. And we've done the desert. Next up, I think, is the factory? No? No, it won't be the factory, will it? I don't remember which one's next, but I'm sure we'll find out once we get there. I remember it was so confusing the first time that there were enemies that didn't fight you. Like, quite a lot of the game, actually, is running around areas with enemies that just don't want to hurt you at all. Obviously, when I say I'm going to get back here and then stop, I'm going to do these bits first. I like EXP game. I'm a big fan of EXP game. EXP game +3. Probably get Mirage or something. I'll get +16 storage again. No, we just need 30 grand for the +24, so 50 grand will max us out. Put those in. At least one of them. %10 more XP. That'll do, I guess. We only have 2 left in our storage, so I don't think I can do anything. No, I can't. Anything we don't need anymore. Evade range up, we don't need that. I do have auto use item in. Guess the game just decided not to help me during that boss fight. So I got 12 space left. What can we do with 12? Could do evade range, could do moving speed. It's an 8. Could do an evade range up and a moving speed. 2% though. No, we're better off with those really. Get an extra 20% drop rate. We're down to next to no money again, but we are stacked for weaponry. What are you buying? Nothing. Does HP up still? And there's nothing worth selling right now, is there? No. I mean, I can get rid of the autos because I can't even use them. Oh, we have a side quest to collect. You're the new Yora models, right? We're the newest now, you mentioned it. Did you need something? I bet new model can handle pretty much anything, right? Might even be able to... No, I shouldn't ask. That would be rude. But yet... What's wrong? Well, if you insist, turns out one of my friends has gone missing. That doesn't sound good. Where has she seen? The material storage site where she works. Storage site, eh? No, we should check it out. Please, would you? Without him, please. Resistance member has disappeared. Go find him. And we shall. But first, an enemy. Got a package for you from a machine named Pascal. Fuel filter. Perfect timing, we're running low. Wait, you met Pascal? Sure did. So you've been consorting with machines, huh? Just the ones in the village. They're totally harmless, and they have the means to construct intricate devices that we can't. In exchange, we provide oil and other materials. I guess you'd call it a form of commerce. I see. Anyway, if you're headed back there, take this high viscosity oil to Pascal. Viscous oil. Okay. Well, I think we are now caught right back up to where we were in the Let's Play.
What do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
Now, do you believe we're not a threat?
Your mouth can say anything it wants, but you still don't have a heart.
I suppose that's technically accurate. Yes.
Yeah.
You're free to visit our village whenever you like.
I like that they call it a he, but then clearly has a woman's voice. I'm beat. Heading back. Oh, once you get to rest a little. Yeah. Yeah, let's have a break, shall we? Well, let's call it there. The sleepy 2B. Yes, I want to save. No, I don't want to continue right now. So there's first part of Nier Automata. This was fun. I'm going to do some more as soon as I can. I've been going about 3 hours, I think. Probably more now, actually. This will be up on YouTube, obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, which I doubt you are. Tune in next time. We're going to start streaming regularly. I don't know how long we'll keep it up, but I'm going to start streaming as regularly as I can. Probably Tuesdays and Fridays. Might skip some occasionally because we've got a lot going on, but thanks for watching, guys. See you later.